Hey guys, Fluffykins here, and welcome back to another fantastic Christmas video. One of our last, unfortunately. Unfortunately, Christmas is... it's almost over, chat. That is crazy to think that we are literally so close till I can relax. Oh my god, this year has been busy. I just had to go get sick right at the end of this. At the literally most inconvenient time. It just had to have been. It had to have been this week. It couldn't have been any other time. It had to be this week when we're in the home stretch. And I still have so much to do. Like this video. Get all my shorts out for YouTube. And I had 8-hour shifts where I literally went home, had a shower, and died, and went to sleep. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. Anyway. We got the flour, ginger, like I said in the last gingerbread muffins video. Ginger stinks, and I do not like the smell of ginger. I'm learning. Alright. I'm not adding any extra because I do not like it. Alright. Now we need the next... Really? Ugh. Now I've got flour in my phone speakers. Let's get a slow-mo of that. The whole time as I'm watching it fall, I'm just like... No! I'm still recovering from the sick, so I can't talk fully properly, but... No! Just look at my face. I am so not pleased. Anyway. We live and we learn. And I even not... Oh, ew. Garlic powder. Thankfully that was close. Oh my god, could you imagine garlic powder? Ugh, nasty. Everything is always a disaster in my videos. And I was rocking being sick. Just starting to get sick. It was my only day off that week. So I had to get stuff done. And honestly, I'm glad I did the Watergate salad and this video at the same time. On the same day. Because, girl, I would not be able to do it any other time. I'm still out of breath now as it is. From being sick. I don't know if you can tell if my voice sounds any different. Someone said I sound sick. To me, I sound the same. But apparently I don't. My sugar, because I'm diabetic, right? Surprise, surprise. If you didn't know that about me, now you do. Diabetic my whole life. Found out when I was a teenager. The only reason we found out is because my brother was diabetic, and they're like, she probably is too. Technically, I was born with it. Doctors are doctors. They didn't diagnose me properly. When I was born, my sugar, would skyrocket and crash, and it was none of anybody's not that anybody cares. I mean, anyways, my sugar's been so out of whack. So yesterday, which was the 22nd. These videos are really late, I know. They're out before Christmas though. Christmas Eve. I'm trying to get them out way before Christmas Eve. So I've got, today's the 23rd, so I've got about 3 hours to get all this done. And I gotta be up at 5 a.m. Yay! Anyway, so my sugar was my sensor that I wear on my leg, which I'm gonna stop wearing because it's very inaccurate. Excuse me. It was telling me my sugar was extremely high to the point where I need to start drinking water. But I know my body better than any sensor can tell me that when my sugar is high, I'm sweating and very thirsty, or generally thirsty because I don't get thirsty very often. Anyway, I was not thirsty. My sugar was supposedly 14, which is like dangerously high. I think I would be sweating and thirsty. I woke up thinking, oh, here we go. I'm getting sicker and sicker. So I decided I'm going to go to the ER today after work. I hadn't been eating right the last couple days. No desire to eat. I'm still, honestly, I could care less about food right now. So I hadn't eaten very much. Go figure why my sugar was so low. I woke up, I'm like, I feel terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. And I'm like, I really should not be going to work. But because I'm dumb and stubborn, I'm like, I'm gonna go. I will be fine. I'll just take it easy, right? I'm doing that. My legs feel wrong. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead a little bit. I'm walking, picking orders for shipments and whatnot, same day delivery, something I've never done before. I'm walking around the store, slow as a snail. I'm dizzy, shaky, coming into the store, which is so embarrassing. I love my store manager. She's very sweet. She just laughs at me because I'm walking. I drop my purse. I never drop my purse. Like, I was that, like, I think I was a little out of it too, because, like, I was really shaky. And I didn't even realize she was at the door until I saw her at the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oops. So I had to jump out of my car really slowly. Anyways, we're adding an egg. We're just gonna talk this one. So, like, I'm in my brain, it's not clicking that, hey, maybe you're not actually sick from the cold or the flu, which I did have. Maybe there's something else going on here. My brain didn't think that. I'm just like, okay, I'm just very sick. Everybody around me, like at work and at home, are very sick, and they're always complaining that they feel terrible. I really do think I have a high pain tolerance or something, or maybe I just got a different strain of something, because, like, people my age are like, my friend at work, let's call her A was literally like, said that she was in bed with stomach pain, worst pain she's ever had. I haven't had any stomach issues, so maybe I did catch a different strain. Maybe people have different pain tolerances, but, like, I'm always functioning at, like, exhaustion because I'm always tired. There's something wrong with me, I don't know what, but I'm always tired. Honestly, it's probably because I don't eat very properly. You kind of have to eat to have energy, proper food to have energy. Anyway, I'm just plugging away, progressively getting more and more shaky. So I went to sit in the bathroom for a minute and check my sugar on my phone, and it says my sugar's 9.7 and dropping. So I'm like, okay, so it's not my sugar, I'm fine. Spoiler alert, wrongo. I never carry my, like, I don't even have one. I borrow my mom's when I really need it, like the finger poke. She doesn't use it either, it just kind of sits there, so I guess it's a communal one now. Anywho, like, how, okay, side tangent over for a second. Look how satisfying that is. Anyway, I'm getting progressively worse. I dropped my phone. I break my Taylor Swift bracelet. The little like gem that's connected. I don't know how it was on there in the first place. I stab it's pointy. I stab like the star up my hand into my finger. No, into my palm, sorry. That hurt. I'm shaking. I'm just like, what is going on? So I think, okay, maybe I'm just hungry. Still hasn't clicked in my head. It's my sugar. My manager, one of my managers that I like, brought in candy. Jubes. I love those jubes at Christmas time. They're really good. They're my favorites. One of my favorites, at least, of like Christmas candy we have. Well, I have at home. We didn't buy them this year because I don't know. We bought the other kind. Anywho, I'm like, maybe I'm just hungry. So I ate a handful and put some in my pocket. And I take a couple more sips of my Gatorade electrolyte drink because I've been like coughing and sneezing and runny nose and all that fun stuff. And so my manager has me, a different manager, the store manager, has me go price things over on the wall. So I'm still shaky, less shaky. About 20 minutes goes by. My other manager's there. I don't like this manager. She's mean. She's very mean to everybody. Not like she's strict mean, like she's just mean. She'll yell at you for no reason. Anyway, I get that done. I go on my break before we have to go to the bank for deposits and stuff for the store, and I feel fine. I'm like, this is weird. Why do I feel like 100% better? So I'm like, I was starting to get confused a little bit too, which is a thing that happens when your sugar goes dangerously low. You get shaky, confused, and you pass out. I think I was actually getting to that point. I don't know what my sugar was because my stupid sensor was telling me I was 15. 15 is really high. I'd be sweating, and God, I love doing that. Who knows what else, honestly. That was a really crazy experience. Like, now that I know my sugar is why I was also feeling shaky at the grocery store the other day and felt the same thing. Now that I know that, I feel a lot better because I'm treating my sugar, right? Eating more. But yeah, I know that has nothing to do with gingerbread. It's just a story I wanted to share, and you guys, I don't want to be okay, so I added the flour, now we're gonna add, no. Sometimes I like to treat my baking videos as just like a watch me bake and let's chat kind of thing. But yeah, that was kind of, now that I think back now, that scares me that I didn't realize what was going on until I accidentally treated myself for something. I probably, honestly, if I didn't figure out the candy thing, I probably would have went home because I was at the point I was gonna pass out. I probably would have went to bed, went to sleep, and I don't want to think about what could have happened because that is dangerous. So a quick little tiny diabetes lesson. If your sugar goes too high, you can go into a coma. If your sugar goes too low, you can go into a coma. You have to be careful. That's why diabetes is so important with like making sure your sugars are intact. Because if your sugar is where it's not supposed to be, you can go into diabetic ketosis. I think that's how you say that. I think that's the right term. It's where you lose consciousness and can die. Apparently, if your sugar is really high, you start to taste like fruity, or your breath smells fruity. I've never, ever been there. Thank God. Slap, slap. But yeah, that was scary. Thinking about back right now, like speaking this out loud, I realized how dangerous that was. And I don't know. Since we're on the same topic, and now we're gonna cut out the gingerbread cookies. This is like 3 days later. They taste good. They've just been in the fridge for a very long time. That reminds me, like, that feeling, like the low. The only other time that I ever got that low was when I was freshly diagnosed in middle school. And yeah. It was very, very similar. So the middle school story, I am in math class. I hate math because I'm bad at it. I'm very illiterate when it comes to like advanced math. Like I can do the basics to survive, right? I've always struggled with like algebra and all that nonsense. Anyways, I can't remember what we were learning. I think it was quadratic equations or something. BEDMAS. Brackets, exponents, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. Ugh. Hate that stuff. And I was there. I think I actually had a appointment. No. I think it was just a regular school day. I was newly diagnosed. It was in my like a 401 plan is what they call like the American IEPs, which is just basically like accommodations, right? Because I already had them because I have the math and I have a learning disability and all this other personal nonsense I don't need to get into right now. But part of my learning disability is math, mostly. Anyway, so we had like a teacher's assistant that came with, like, there's a group of us. We all went to like, we were integrated into regular classes, but we were in a special classroom. I didn't like that special classroom. Like, well, actually, sorry, no, I liked the special classroom in middle school, high school. I hated it. Yeah, that special classroom helped me get out of my shell. Anyway, the teacher's assistant was very kind. She's my favorite at the time. I was telling her I need to go check my sugar. I'm not feeling well. She's like, of course, let me ask, what's her face? I don't even remember the teacher's name. And the teacher said, no, my math class is more important. I remember her saying that. And I'm like, okay. And I was starting to shake in my chair. Like, I was getting bad. I know what my sugar was at that point. So, anyways, I'm sitting there. She sees that my face is starting to go like the pale, like, oh my God, it's bad. My face actually was really pale yesterday too. My coworker said, like, after I started to feel better, my face like was flashed to normal. My face was like that again. She said, you should go. Forget what the teacher says. Go. So I did. I almost fell down the stairs trying to... my friend should have came with me. I literally tripped down the stairs and had to hold onto the railing. I walked down to my special ed teacher. I'm going to say his name. His name was Mr. Martin. The best teacher I've ever had, hands down. He saw one look at me and told me to go get my sugar. He saw, oh my God. My brain is not working right now. He took one look at me and was like, go check your sugar. I did. So, a normal sugar is supposed to be anywhere from 5 point to 9 point, which is the golden range. A 4, like 4.9 to 4 is considered good, fine, teetering on low. 3, anything 4, like 4.0 and under is considered dangerous. My sugar was 2.1, which I think 2.1 or 2.3, because it's been almost 10 years since then. But that is hospitalization level low. And I don't know. I don't remember much after that. I remember I had to eat, and I just sat there, and I think I went to my next class afterwards. But I wasn't as shaky, and like I can recall things. Like yesterday I can, but like I don't think my legs felt wrong. I don't know how to explain that. It's just like my legs felt heavy, and like I have never felt that before, like ever. And I'm just like, this is really weird. Like something is definitely wrong. I was in the really low confused stage. Because like, why did I drop my purse? Why did I drop my phone and break my bracelet and stab myself with my bracelet? Why are my legs heavy? Why am I having trouble breathing? Why can't I bend down to pick things up properly without shaking? All of this, and I'm just like, this is just because I'm sick, because I've got the flu. No, Caitlin. My name's Caitlin, by the way, if you don't know that. No. It is not because you have the flu, dummy. It is because your sugar is probably extremely low. I still don't know what the percentage is. I'm going to assume it was in the 3s or the 2s. And I remember I was trying to spell something, and for the life of me could not spell it. And it still did not occur to me until after my brain cleared up a little bit, and I'm like, the candy made me feel better, so it was my sugar. Diabetes is a scary disease. It can do so much to you. It can make you lose your limbs. It's a scary, scary disease. I have mine under control. The only reason it got like that is because I've been sick and not eating. I didn't eat breakfast that morning because I'm like, I don't care. I just want to get my shift done and over with. I was running late. I gotta stop doing that. Tomorrow I have a really early shift, and I'm going to actually pre-cook breakfast tonight because we can't be doing that, chat. As a diabetic, I cannot be skipping breakfast and going to work and then having breakfast later. It is an idiotic thing to do, but I still do it. So I don't know why I started to go on my diabetic rant about what happened yesterday. It feels good to talk about it though. Like I was telling my coworkers about it, and my one coworker's like, "You can't be fainting here," because she's another one of my managers. But she talks. I like talking to her. She's nice. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be fainting here. And one of my coworkers said, "Don't be doing that. The manager just won't like it." No, because then they have to fill out paperwork and take me to the hospital. Living life with diabetes is not hard when you know what you're doing and know how to like properly take care of yourself. But things like that, scary. Thank God for that candy. I was going to eat a granola bar or something after on my break, which I didn't end up doing. Oh my God. I don't know. No, but like, I'm just lucky that my dumb brain's like, ooh, candy, yummy. Honestly. Like, my app was telling me, just drink water, your sugar's high. And I'm like, I don't know about that. So I guess the moral of my story, as we're done the gingerbread cookies, is to listen to your gut feeling. Unless you're like if I poked my finger with like the blood thing and the reading said I was high, I would have drank water, right? But I've been told that those like sensors that you wear on your body, the continuous glucose monitors, aren't always accurate. So don't take it as gospel, and I'm glad I did. Because if I ignored it, I'd probably be in a hospital room right now in a coma. Maybe that's being a little dramatic, but like, it's reality. It can happen. So the moral of the story is trust your gut first, unless the evidence points otherwise, like concrete evidence, like the finger poke. I don't talk about real stuff like this on here, but it was kind of nice to get it off my chest. Well, it wasn't really on my chest. It's crazy, you know? If you guys know anybody who's a diabetic or a diabetic yourself, please chime in the comments. Have you ever had an experience like that? But here are gingerbread cookies and a lesson and a conversation about my life. Merry Christmas, guys. Love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Stay safe out there, and I promise I won't ever get like that again. I'll try to think better. Okay, bye. Love you.